Hey guys, Monday here. The four-wheeler's back in the shop. It won't start. That's a separate issue, actually. Yeah, that's not the point of this video. So you can see, it just will not start. And it ran yesterday, and it was really hard to start. So a couple possibilities I'm thinking is because it rains so much, water could be breaking a connection on the spark system, or it could have gotten water in the gas. So let's try to fix it. All right. There it is. Now, is it hot? So this is a Champion. It's pretty black. It would be cool if the whole problem was just that the spark plug's dirty. But check this out. If you take this hose, take it out, watch this. Like it was meant to be. It might be meant to be, I don't really know. But let's see if we got spark. It won't crank. Okay, well, it won't crank, so... Alright, now let's see if we have spark. Ready? Oh yeah, it's got
Do it
spark.
again. Camera didn't see it.
So, that's actually kind of bad, because if it wasn't sparking, that would be the easy route out of this. Well, if it was just the spark plug. Okay, so it seems like it's the carb, even though I bought a new one like 2 days ago. No, it was actually like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But we are going to clean this plug anyway since we have it out and see if that makes any difference.
Alright.
We're going to see if we got really lucky. I doubt it. Alright, you can show like up here now. Nah, exact same thing. So, it must be carbureted. So, let's dig in.
Go.
Okay, so we're gonna drain this, this carburetor has a water drain thing. I got the wrong wrench. Pause it.
Go.
Okay. So we're gonna loosen this up. Okay, pause it.
One.
Okay.
Oh, you can smell the gas.
So there's some debris in there.
Smell it. Smell like water?
Not really. It smells like donuts. But
Oh, no. Oh, look at that.
yep. Fortunately, we have to waste this gas because it's infested with water or something. Oh, unless the carburetor's clogged already. But
Oh, no.
I actually don't see water bubbles in here, which is kind of odd. Maybe the fuel filter in here got clogged. So let's open that up next.
Go.
Alright. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this. Oh, there it goes. See that piece of plastic coming out? There we go. That's our fuel filter. And it is not clogged whatsoever. Like, that looks... There's a little bit of debris on it, but that's really
Might
not...
have clogged it.
Yeah, but there's still plenty of other holes in it. Oh, dang it. I dropped it. No.
It's underneath the tire.
It is?
No, we're gonna have to clean it.
It's fine. We'll just use the gas that's already flowing. That's why I dropped it in the first place, because it, like...
Okay, go.
There's fuel coming straight out of the float bowl. So, we got everything buttoned back up. We're gonna see if she runs now. We got new fuel in it. It doesn't run. Okay, so another thing I thought of is maybe...
Go.
Okay, so my other assumption, can you see the action? Is that this pin is giving it way too much fuel in there. So what we're gonna do is pop that out. And I have this other pin, the gas cap, and let's see. So this one's only one clip higher, but this did do the trick. So we're just gonna, now that that part is replaced,
Go.
new part installed. Okay, now we get this thing back in the cube. Bit of a tight squeeze, but there's enough room. Okay, let's give it a shot. Oh geez, this metal's a bit too thin for that high amp application.
Different metal. Need a different source.
And if you can hear, my battery's about to die. Alright, looks like we have to take the carb apart.
Alright.
So, the hose off in here. We're gonna give it a shot of the good stuff. And if it fires up on this, then it's definitely the carb. Get out of here, hose. Here. Alright, that's gonna have to stay there. It's not gonna work. This literally doesn't fit, does it?
Go.
Come on! Jeez. This isn't gonna work. Alright, I think I got some in there. Let's try it. Hopefully it doesn't explode. Gotta trust the screwdriver this time. Oh god. Dude. That doesn't sound right.
Sound like it's about to break.
Hey guys, I'm back. So I believe the last clip that you guys saw, we realized that there's an internal engine problem. It's not the carburetor or spark. So what I did is my dad has a timing light So it should say spark on a certain line in the flywheel, and that was checking out okay. So that led us to believe that it was an engine problem. Now, initially, I thought it was timing, so I pulled this cover off, and the timing is like dead on. That's not the issue. But because I took that cover off, I ripped the gasket, and it's one of those gaskets that the gasket is actually a spacer to stop the that cover from rubbing the cam. So yeah, that's I gotta make a new gasket or buy one, because I don't really know if I should make one on something that serious. But what we did is a leak down test. So get that spark plug out of here, and you can see this hose was sharpened to a point. And there you go. You can see it's actually screwed into my spark plug hole. It's not in there too good, but it was good enough. And then the other end of the hose just plugged onto my air gun. So what we discovered is on top dead center, when both valves should be closed, there was air coming out of the carb. And then when the exhaust valve was open, meaning that there should be no air coming out of the intake, I plugged the muffler and there was air coming out of the intake. So the intake valve is absolutely the problem. Now, I thought it was bent, but my dad said it could actually be that the adjuster tightened up, like the lock nut came loose. So we're gonna check that. Hopefully that's all it is. That means I won't have to pull the head off or anything. Okay. So it's a 17 millimeter. Jeez, I need 2 hands for this. Okay. Jeez. Alright. It's pretty black. Okay. Please, no wiggle. Okay, it doesn't wiggle, although the intake valve could be open right now. Alright, so the valve moving. It's like it's kind of too fast to see what's happening. Okay, so I'm turning the flywheel here. So this should be the top dead center that does not move the valve. You can see it didn't move. And we should go all the way down before we see movement. So that would be the exhaust valve, and now there we go, there's the intake valve. So there we go. We're on top dead center, so both valves should be closed. I'll turn it past a little just so we're sure. Now let's go to the other side and see if it's loose. Okay, so it is tight, which is a good thing, because that could be our problem, that the valve's not closing all the way. Yeah, that's absolutely tight. Okay, starting the operation. I did turn it a bit, and it's really hard to turn, which would indicate that it is in fact lifting a valve spring, which would indicate it's the problem. So I think this is gonna be the fix. So I realized what I just said made no sense, because the lock nut doesn't control the valve springs at all. That just stops the tensioner from moving. So I got the lock nut back off. Now I'm gonna loosen the actual valve clearance thing. Okay, so I got my valve tensioner to the point where it can free spin, and there is play, so it's not lifting the valve. Now I'm gonna go look up the valve clearances. I'm looking online, and I can absolutely not find how much the valve clearances are supposed to be. So I'm gonna look in this box of owner's manuals. I don't have the owner's manual to my four-wheeler because I bought it off someone. So I'm hoping I have a similar one. SSR, that's a 125, that might be different. What's this? 125.
125. Or 110. Maybe that one. I don't know. Ah, here we go. This one is to my 90cc. Well, it's kind of just the family 90cc. Now, 90 is pretty close to 70, so I'm going to see if I can find it in this. Okay, here we go. The specified air gap, 0.05 for the intake and exhaust valve. That's a bit odd. I kind of thought they were supposed to be different, intake and exhaust, but oh well. Okay. There she is. 0.05. This is like paper thin. Okay. It was very annoying, but I think I got it. Yeah, that feels about right. Maybe a bit tight. But, this feeler gauge out of here. Let's see. I think that's right. It felt pretty good, so I'm gonna try to start it. I'm gonna loosely set this cap on here. To be honest, I don't think that was the problem because that adjuster didn't move much. But you never know. And it would probably help if I put my stator cover back on. So yeah, I'm actually gonna try to start it. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna run. But hey, let's see if it sounds the same. I charged the battery too. Oh! It doesn't make that sound. Oh wait, there's no spark plug in it though, so I think it still did make the sound without the spark plug though. So I'll catch you back when this is done. If this was the problem, I'm also gonna adjust my exhaust valve. Just putting the throttle back in. Get in there. There it goes, yes. Okay. I hear someone's jet ski. Ugh. Okay. Whew. I'm nervous. So this plug's back in. Battery's charged. Let's make sure my stator plate's fine. I'm gonna feel the intake, make sure no sand got in there. Okay, that checks out. Oh, yeah! Okay. Yes! The motor's not blown up. Alright, I can't rip it because my cam cover is rubbing. Random fun fact, when I was in here I realized my starter clip actually fell off. So my gear can kind of just pop off if it wanted to. So I'm going to have to bend this to where it grabs the shaft tighter. So I just had a massive break. But here we go. Here's a paper gasket. I decided to rig it and go the homemade route. But to be honest, using paper to space your cam cover from getting jammed in your cam is kind of a rig itself, even if I bought the right part. So I'm gonna put this on loosely. Actually, I'm probably gonna hold it on and see if it spins over free. Now, this gasket is made terribly, but I don't think that's gonna matter. You know, the middle not being hollowed out all the way shouldn't really matter at all because it's still not going to contact anything, and it will make a seal around here. So what I'm going to do is put this on without like gasket sealer, and I'm kind of expecting it to leak, and that's fine. It will probably only leak a little, and then after about a little bit of use, I don't know how much, I'm going to pull it off, and if the gasket doesn't rip, I'll see if there was obsessive, I don't know, wear on this spacer that holds my cam in place, and if there's not, then I'll put gasket sealer on it. So, let's get that in place. Uh-oh, something doesn't feel right there. Gonna have to scrape that old gasket sealer off, but that's besides the point. Why doesn't it go on? Does it involve this? Bet that's what it is. This is probably stuck on the spark plug boot. Okay, so I placed this in place, and I didn't feel like it was contacting, so I'm going to screw the bolt in now and see if impact is experienced. Okay, the bolt is a tiny bit tight, so okay, that still feels free. There is compression resistance and all that, but I would not say that's rubbing. Definitely not. So I'm gonna tighten it some more. Yes, the bolt is really tight. There's my cover. It sounds like it's spinning full speed. It feels free. Well, actually, I think I'm feeling the valves. I might hear something. Yeah. I think it is rubbing. I don't know though, because it's very minor if it is. I hear it though. Alright, so I just remembered I had nail polish on the thing that would be rubbing the cam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug the spark plug in, run it for a little bit, and if that nail polish is still there, we're in the clear. Just let that idle for a bit. Put that away. Let's see if I'm going to feel if there's I don't feel this like chattering. Alright, I think that should be enough to wear off some nail polish. So let's go check it. Alright, so check this out. The nail polish is seemingly still there. There's a splatter of oil. I'm just gonna... Yeah, no, the nail polish is still there. Oh god, that got a lot of oil on it. I don't see nail polish on the cam. Although I do see a thicker spot where it looks like it was rubbing. Huh. But this thing looks clear, so if it is rubbing, I don't think it's enough to cause any damage. So maybe I'll just put the bolt on a little bit looser. Okay, so I got a paper towel in the cam hole there, so I actually forgot to remove this old gasket, the liquid kind, so the second gasket. So I'm going to do that, and that paper towel should stop it from going inside my motor. Okay, so I'm really hoping to be able to go for a rip tonight, but I'm not sure if I will. So current state, it'll run. I just need to throttle it. Cam cover's back.